It's now become clear that negotiations for an Australian military presence have been ongoing for several months between Australia and key members of the PNG government. But there's been no firm statement yet from the PNG government of a policy decision. But recent media reports out of Australia indicate that Australia expects to have its soldiers on the ground in PNG very soon. NCD Governor Powes Parkop has weighed in on the argument, expressing disappointment at the manner in which information was leaked to the Australian media. He has also accused Australia of trying to preempt an official government decision.
The way in which this information has come out, it's like preempting us again to make a decision, a policy decision that it's still under consideration. So it's like a deja vu again that the early days of the asylum plan is coming up again.
It's understood Australia wants to have its troops placed at the Lombrum Naval Base on Manus. Lombrum was established in the Second World War. The land area is bigger than either of the two army bases in Port Moresby. And Lombrum is also near an airfield that was used by the US to fly bombing raids into the Philippines during the war.
It's one of the biggest military bases in PNG. It's bigger than Mare Barracks, for example, bigger than Goldie, bigger than Taurama. So it's a major asset for the state. So we've got to decide how we utilize it for our interests.
More than 70 years after World War II, Lombrum remains a base of strategic military importance, not just to PNG and Australia, but also to the US and China. Papua New Guinea is now caught in a tussle between regional powers. For Papua New Guinea, the question is, what are the benefits of having an Australian military base? So far, China has proven to be the more favorable partner in terms of aid and military support, and this is despite the fact that Australia has long been a traditional trade and military partner. Governor Parkop feels that PNG is being used again by Australia and has little to gain through this arrangement in its present form. At the weekend, former PNG Defence Force Commander, retired Major General Jerry Singirok, said Australia's intentions may be good, but he asked what the benefits are of having a military presence in Papua New Guinea. Singirok's concerns stem from a 20-year neglect of the region by Australia. After the Singirok-led Sandline operation in 1997 that ended the Bougainville War, Australia funded the downsizing of the PNG Defence Force because of a general fear of a military coup similar to that in Fiji.
The Australian government funded the downsizing exercise in 1999 by reducing the manpower from 4,200 to 2,000. They funded it, not Papua New Guinea government. The Australian government funded it. The same program funded the destructions of hundreds and hundreds of weapons system in the PNGDF, reduced the PNGDF to bare bones.
The former commander says Australia has an obligation to help rebuild the PNG Defence Force. He's also called on the PNG government to step up to the challenge and increase defence spending so that the PNG Defence Force is able to meet the challenges of the 21st century.
The Papua New Guinea Defence Force is competing. It's not being resourced. It's not standing alone as national security, an entity of its own. It is grouped together in the law and justice sector, and that's why it's competing against other competing agencies. So you can see we have a real sorry state of where the PNGDF. So the PNG government, series of PNG government are to be blamed for where the status of the PNGDF is at the moment. But Australia must be equally responsible too.
Scott Waide, National EMTV News.